Welcome back. This is Newt's Nostalgia. I'm Newt. Wait. Yeah, I'm Newt. I'm Newt. Uh, Good to have you. If you're new, welcome. Settle in, sit down, make yourself at home. If you're old, do the same. Um, so we're back to talk about the troubles of love. You know, it's complicated, specifically with this Chevy Luv. Yeah, it's given me some heartburn. Um, in this video, we are going to get you guys caught up on where we're at with this truck, and we're gonna go through. We're gonna pull the bed off. We're gonna clean the tank. We're gonna do a bunch of stuff. You'll find out. Let's see if in this video maybe we can make some progress. You think? Probably not. Hey, let's see what happens anyway, all right? Cool. Hey, if you do me a favor and subscribe, that'd be awesome. And it would also notify you. You'll get a notification when I post a new video, which is not very often, guys. Not going to bug you with a whole bunch of stuff. I typically post a new video every 2 weeks. Once in a while, I'll post one in between. And anything I post besides that, I don't send out to subscribers. I don't want to bug people too much. So that's that. But anyway, if you like the videos, awesome. If you don't, well, I'm sorry. All right, let's see what happens. Okay, we are going to attempt to pull the bed off this truck so we can get to the gas tank and work on it a little easier. You know, access the sending unit, see if we can get that working properly, and just get to the tank in general, see what's going on there. So, here it goes. Whoa. Oh, that's heavy. That's heavy. Oh, lift. All right. Set it down. Watch your fingers. Nice. After a quick inspection by Garfield, we've been granted permission to proceed with the bed. Here is before picture. That bumper sticker right there, my grandpa had that on there as long as I can remember. And it says, when all else fails, lower your standards. Yep. Finally, I think we're down to the last bolt, so this should be it. See if we can get this thing off now. Man, those bolts were on there. Yep, there it is. Cool. All right. There it is. All right. It's pretty dinged up. See if we can straighten that out. And see if we can make it look a little better than it is. Well, there it is. All cleaned up. Got a ton of dirt, sand, cobwebs, junk out of that frame. We're not gonna sand it or paint it or anything right now. Maybe in the future we'll see, but just gonna leave it as is. Just want to get this thing to run properly so we can actually drive it before we go any further. You know. All right. Well, here's what the bumper looks like after we hammered the you know what out of it. It's not perfect for sure, but man, it is quite a bit better than it was. Oh man. Yep. You can deal with that. It's straighter than I've ever seen it in my life. That's for sure. So cool. This thing, don't even get me started. This thing is kicking my booty. It runs, fires right up, runs pretty good. Well, it should. We've been through everything except for the fuel tank. And I can purge the line with air. I can get fuel up to the carb. I can pull the line off the carb and it's pumping fuel like crazy. But recently, now it'll pump fuel sometimes and sometimes it won't. And the issue is it has a slight miss at an idle. And when you go to drive it, it just pops around, hesitates, and just misses like really bad. Like it's not drivable. The furthest I've gone is half a mile down the road and back, and that was sketchy. Didn't know if I'd make it. One time I didn't. I actually, the fuel pump quit working or something. I don't know. Anyway, something we've been through everything on the engine. I mean, I have adjusted valves, new distributor, new spark plugs, wire, the whole electrical system. What else? I have 3 carburetors I've been through. I finally threw a Weber on it. We're in California, so this truck is 1 year shy of being smog exempt. So we still have to get this thing smogged as long as we live here. So I've got a Weber, which it won't smog with a Weber on it. They won't smog it, but I wanted to try that. It runs the best with the Weber. Great carburetor. But to smog it, we're going to have to put the original carburetor on it. We're going to have to get it to run well enough to pass smog with that. But the thing we have not went through is, I've also checked compression. Compression's great. Checked the vacuum. Vacuum's great. But I have not pulled the tank and flushed it out and cleaned it out. And I'm wondering if possibly, because it really acts like it's just not getting enough fuel. Although when I sit here and I rev it, it revs good. But if you just smash it off of idle, it'll just bog, like it's not getting the fuel. So I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to see if I can get this tank pulled out, flush it out, make sure that's clean, the pickup's clean, it's not plugging up the pickup tube, and then toss it back in. I got another fuel pump. Different people, obviously, you get different opinions from different people, but I think, I'm not sure what the PSI is on this pump that's currently in here. It's one I got from O'Reilly's for a Chevy Luv. But I ordered another one. Somebody said they need, 4 to 6 PSI. And so I ordered a 4 to 7 PSI. Maybe that'll help. I think this fuel pump is enough. But I just want to eliminate this as an issue. Maybe it's the issue, maybe it's not, but I want to eliminate it so we know that we're good here. And then we can move on to whatever else. I'm at my wit's end with this thing. I just don't know what else it could possibly be. Been through everything. New points, adjusted the points, cleaned the points, everything. I mean, we have done everything I could possibly think of. So, see if we can get this tank pulled out of here. You guys see that? Nope, you didn't. Because I forgot to hit record. Anyway, tank is out of the truck. I have recycled that old gas. And I'm going to pull a sending unit. I'm going to flush that thing out. Let her dry overnight. Cool. I have pulled this sending unit before because it was not working. The fuel gauge wasn't working. So we pulled this. And it's working now. But I'm going to pull it just so I can get this thing flushed out good and I can see down inside what's going on, you know? Yeah, there's definitely some gunk in there. For sure. Yep. That pickup tube's right on the bottom, picking up all that gunk. It's not the worst, but it's definitely got some foreign material in it. So, let's get this dude flushed out. The pickup tube's down in the corner of that sump. I don't think it's really affecting it much, but man, that thing is close to the bottom. You know, the more I think about it, the way this looks, pretty sure that tank was built that way with that sump at an angle and the pickup tube's down here in the deep end. Yep. All right. I'm going to let this thing set overnight and air dry, and then we'll toss it back in tomorrow. Yep. All right, back out here on the Luv. Got the sending unit back in the tank, and I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing back in here and flush the line, put some fresh gas in it. Okay, if I didn't mention it before, I have a major issue with this thing. It runs decent sitting here. Then you put a load on it, drive it down the road, and it pops around and hesitates, and it's awful. Like, it's not drivable. So I thought maybe there was some old gas in the tank, so flushed the tank out and thought maybe this fuel pump isn't pumping quite enough up to the carb. We do have fuel at the carb, and that seems good, but this one pumps a little more, so I'm going to try this out. Don't worry about my wire nuts on the truck. It's fine. It'd be really, really nice if this fixed our issue. That would be super. I'd be very pleased with that. Been working on this thing for over a year and just can't seem to get it dialed in. It's crazy. Okay. Let's just do a real quick jobber here. Is there a cap on that? Must have been. Weird. All right, let's see if this fuel pump runs. Yep. Okay. Oh. Oh boy. Okay. It's this will go on there. This will go on there. All right. Get my bracket back on here. Well, Okay. Fill her up. Do we even have gas? Oh, it's out in the shed. Okay. I'm going to go grab some gas. If I'm not back in 10 minutes, just wait longer. All right. Got 5 gallons of gas in it. Battery's probably dead. I've had bad luck with the fuel pump priming by itself, pulling all the way up that pickup tube and getting it into the fuel pump. So I'm gonna just prime that hose myself. At least get something in it. Just spill it everywhere. That's fine. All right, let's see if this thing pumps fuel. What are the chances? It's pretty empty right now. Seems like maybe it is pumping fuel. See, this is the problem I have. I mean, I'm feeding fuel directly down into that fuel pump, and it's not pumping. Is it the pre-filter? What's the issue? Do we got to saturate that filter first? I don't get it. I do not understand. The flow is correct. It's actually pushing it up this way. Makes no sense at all to me. It's wired correctly. I just don't get it. Someone clue me in on this, because I have had this problem with numerous fuel pumps. The fuel just sits in the hose. I mean, there is fuel. This whole thing is full, and it will not pump fuel. Is there too much back pressure at the carb? Do I need to pull that line? Let's try that. Ooh, okay. So there's pressure there. So maybe that's the issue. Oh yeah, we were pumping fuel like crazy now. Wow, so weird. There's no return on this carb, so yes, that makes sense. See if it starts up. What's popping around and snapping? Sounds pretty good when it's cold. Usually runs pretty good until it starts warming up. Just not running quite as smooth as it could, but maybe that'll clear up now that we got fresh gas and a little better fuel pump. We'll see. Sure is running smooth. Really smooth. Man, that'd be amazing if that fixed it. Still got that little miss. Nope. As it warms up, it gets worse and worse. And then when you go to drive it down the road, it just pops and bangs and hesitates and dies. It does seem better, but I don't know if you can hear that or not, but it's got that slight miss. It gets worse as it warms up. And I have tried everything. 3 fuel pumps, 3 carburetors, adjusted the valves over and over again. Disconnected all of the smog equipment, the EGR, everything. Fresh gas, brand new distributor, new points. I mean, the whole deal. Tried a different ballast resistor. That didn't fix it. I'm wondering now at this point, no vacuum leaks. Can't find any vacuum leaks. At this point, I guess I'll adjust the valves again and maybe leave them a little looser, because maybe as it heats up, they are not closing all the way. I don't know. starts right up. Like I said, you know, it's not too bad here. You can tell it's got a problem, but when you go to drive it, it's not drivable. Like it'll pop and bang around and hesitate horribly. New plugs, new plug wires. Been through everything multiple times. Well, that's going to do it for this video. We eliminated some potential issues. Didn't fix it. Still not running quite right, but it is running much better than when we pulled it out of the weeds. You know, so we're getting there, and I'm pretty confident that in the next video we're gonna whip this thing. We're gonna get it. I got some ideas in mind, and we are going to win. You're not. Nope, you have no choice. All right. Hey, thanks a lot for watching, guys. Really appreciate you. Really appreciate all the great comments. You guys just blow my mind. Good people out there. Really good people. Appreciate it so much. Thanks, guys. We will see you in the next one when we win. Yes.